Everyone, today we are going to discuss about designing a DFA which accepts a string for a language that is capital L equals to W. W means it is a combination of input symbols A's and B's, that is a string, such that every A in W, so whatever A's you take in W, should have immediately followed and preceded by B. So what does this question says means, if you take any string W, in that if you take A, in this string if you take an input symbol A, this every A should be immediately preceded by B and also followed by B. That is the question. So a language should contain a string W such that the A, input symbol A, if you are placing in that string, then definitely that A should be preceded and followed by B's. Okay, that is the question. So every A in W has immediately followed and preceded by B. Whatever A you take, it should be preceded and followed by B. So if I take BA, BA, so this A is preceded and followed, but this A is preceded by B but not followed by B. So this string should not be accepted. This string should be accepted. If I take BA, BB, so we are not bothered about B's, only A's. A should, before A and after A we should have a B. That's it. So this can be accepted. If I take 4 B's, it will be accepted. There is no A. If there is A, then only we have a rule. If there is no A, no, that type of strings can also be accepted. So 1 B or 2 B's or any number of B's are accepted. If there is no input symbol at all, then that also should be accepted, because there is no restriction that it should not accept empty string. It can accept because it is telling only if there is A, then before and after there should be B. So empty string should also be accepted. So these are our sample strings. What are our sample strings? Epsilon, B, any number of B's. Then if there is A, then before and after there should be B. And these strings and these strings. So these are the some sample strings that we need to consider. Okay. Now we should design a DFA which accepts this type of strings. So start from the initial state, Q0. Here epsilon should be accepted. Epsilon should be accepted means the initial state becomes the final state. If this is so, then epsilon is accepted. Means it is without reading any input symbol, it is ending up with the same state, initial state and ending up with the same state. Hence it is epsilon is accepted. Now we will go for B. B should be accepted. So I can write B as a self loop. So 1B is accepted, 2B, any number of B's will be accepted and it will end up. But sometimes we may get a string like BAB. So try to make a transitions which accepts the string BAB. BA. And this should end up with B. Okay. So B should be reaching to one final state. So if I take more number of B's, then BAB should be accepted. That is also not making a problem in our finite automata. See here, if I put B's as a self loop, I can't have two transitions with B. Only one transition. This is our DFA. Our state should have only one transition with B. It shouldn't have two transitions with same input symbol. So I can't put self loop for Q0. But I should have more number of B's to be accepted. So this string and these strings will conflict if I take only Q0 as initial state. So what I should do? I should make Q1 also as the final state. So with this what happens? Epsilon is accepted, 1B is accepted. Right? Next, more number of B's should be accepted. For Q1 I can put a self loop. So epsilon is accepted, 1B is accepted, 1, 2, 3, 4, like any number of B's are accepted. Now BAB should be accepted. BA, and it should end up with the final state. So what I will do? I will end up with Q1. Okay. So B, A, B. Why I am taking two states for final? Because epsilon will be accepted. Definitely initial state should be a final state. So Q naught should be a final state. But if I take B's and any number of B's, I can put a self loop. But for this string, I need one transition with B. It should move to that state. So in that case, you should choose whether this one or this one. If I choose this one, it will end up here. It will not move further. So I should go for this transition only and I should cancel this self loop. So with B only I should make. And one B, more B should be accepted. In that case, Q1 should be a final state. Okay, that's why we have taken Q1 as the final state. Okay, so now BAB is accepted. Now I want BABB. BABB is accepted. Next BABAB. So like that, whenever I see A, it will be before and after, it should be B's. Okay, done with the logic. Now check the states. Should have a transitions with both input symbols A and B. So Q naught is having transition with B, but with A it doesn't have. If I put a self loop here, then A's followed by many number of A's will be accepted. So whenever I start with A which is not ending up with B, then take that to dead state. Make this as Q3. So with A, it is going to a dead state. Okay, because initial state will start with A. If it is starting with A, before A there should be B. That will not happen. So starting state will be going to dead state. So with Q0, A and B we are having transition. With Q1, A and B we are having transition. With Q2, B we have A I should make. If I put a self loop, then A will be accepted. Here if I take A will be accepted. So every A should be followed by B. So this A will be a sequence of this A. So with one A, definitely we will get one. If I take a self loop or to any other state, I will get A or A like this. So take a transition with input symbol A from Q2 to dead state Q3. And with Q3, you put transitions with A and B. Whatever you take, it will not end up with the final states. So it will reach to Q3 only. So if I take AABB or AAB, this string shouldn't be accepted. So if you take A, done. It will not go further. AABB, ending up with non-final state. So it is not accepted. AAB, it is not accepted. Only this type of strings will be accepted. See, epsilon is accepted, 1B is accepted, 2 B's are accepted, any number of B's are accepted. Next, BAB is accepted, BABB is accepted. So hence, this DFA will accept all the strings containing for every A, there should be preceded and followed by B. This is the correct DFA what we have discussed. Hope you understood how to design a DFA for this type of question. Thank you for listening to my session. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.